What was meant to be a proud display of India's homegrown aerospace capacity turned into a scene of horror. At the Dubai Air Show 2025, a Tejas fighter jet executing its aerobatic routine suddenly lost control and crashed in front of thousands of spectators. But this wasn't simply an isolated incident. In the days leading up to it, rumors of an oil leak began circulating, and the Tejas program has itself carried a legacy of delays, technical issues, and unanswered questions. You might also recall the aerial losses incurred by the Indian Air Force during Banyanul Marsoos. They lost 7 aircrafts. And today, at about 2:10 p.m., the Tejas jet went down while performing a demonstration flight near Al Maktoum International Airport. Just a few days earlier, viral posts claimed that the Tejas had suffered an oil leak during its display at the air show. According to some sources, oil was seen trailing under the aircraft. However, the Indian government rejected these claims, calling them false and misleading. But with the jet having crashed now, the allegation adds to the scrutiny around the aircraft's performance and reliability. The Tejas program has long been promoted as India's breakthrough in indigenous fighter capability, but the reality has often been more complex. Analysts describe its history as one of triumphs, tragedies, and troubles. Delays, cost overruns, performance limitations, and engine supply bottlenecks have been persistent. For example, the jet has been criticized for relatively short endurance and lighter payload compared to rival fighters. These issues mean that this crash at a high-profile international event could have deeper implications for the aircraft and India's credibility and its broader push for defense self-reliance. While the official cause is not yet published, aviation experts have pointed to several fault categories that may align with what was observed. Some faults in the Tejas jet include structural stress under high-G maneuvers, for example, wing spar cracking, tailplane failure, or control system irregularities, engine or power plant issues as in sudden seizure during climb, trim or stability system fault, runway trim or automatic stability augmentation failure, control surface detachment as in aileron or rudder separating due to bolt failure under pressure, instrumentation or sensor failure. Any one or a combination of these could explain the abrupt loss of control witnessed, but these are possible causes, not confirmed ones. The crash of the Tejas at such a major international event where you showcase your aircrafts to the world has now raised questions about the jet's readiness, about its maintenance and operational environment, and also about India's indigenous fighter development strategy. If the supplier, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, or the Indian Air Force is subjected to a high-visibility investigation, the reputational stakes are high. In the coming days, the investigation will examine flight data recorders, wreckage fragments, control linkages, engine components, and structural parts. The findings will determine whether this was an isolated incident or a symptom of deeper issues. We'll continue monitoring these developments closely, but for now, this crash marks a dramatic chapter in the story of the Tejas and Indian Air Force overall. But one thing is for sure, India's aerial losses streak apparently has no end in sight.